Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ebony. Alright you guys, let's talk about Bia and her boyfriend being accused of not paying rent and also getting accused of being evicted allegedly. Talk about a mess. Now you guys know Bia is always talking about her whole lot of money, but it does seem an associate from her past is coming forward to address some allegations. Now Bia was cool or friends with a gentleman that goes by the name of Cash Gotti. Now he did sit down for an interview where he had a lot of things to say about Bia and her boyfriend. Check this out.
I hear a lot of LA talk, man. Have y'all connected with Bia? No?
That's a good question, man. What's up with Bia, man?
Long story with that girl, bro. 100%. Long story.
And a whole lot of money?
You know what? I'm going to tell you what happened, and you give me the judge on what's going on over there, because I be having questions, too. You feel me? Her and her man was staying at my man's crib, you know what I'm saying? In Hollywood, penthouse, cost $6,500 a month, you feel me? I guess homie was already living there for, like 6 months or whatever.
Okay.
Couple, he was doing his thing, paying his money or whatever.
Right.
Nobody knew this nigga was living with this. Nobody knew she was living with this nigga. This nigga stopped paying rent for like 2.5 months. My man's called me like, this nigga in my crib, not trying to leave, not trying to pay the rent. And he talking on gangster timing. Like, who gets tough with their landlord? You feel me? Like, hey, I ain't going nowhere. You gonna have to drag me out. Shorty and her man got evicted. You feel me? They had to get out of there. They were supposed to vacate the premises. Next day, getting a whole bunch of calls. Why's niggas saying you robbed this girl? Long story short, she running around with my name in her mouth talking like, oh, I did all types of different things when you wasn't paying your rent. You feel me?
There wasn't a whole lot of money.
I told you.
Child, talk about a mess. It's a whole lot of eviction in this mother uffer. Ooh, child. Allegedly. Now look, you guys, I'm not here for people airing out people's dirty laundry, but I do notice in this rap game or music game in general, you really have to be careful of people that you may have fallen out with or had bad relationships with, because when you do start to excel and get more success, unfortunately, a lot of these people do come out of the woodworks to just put dirt on your name, if that makes sense. They come out because they know if they mention your name, it's going to get a click and a view, and really they're upset or even have some disdain for you because of how you fell out. So I think this is very petty. I don't like that men are always discussing women business, but you guys will let me know what you think about it down below. All right, you guys, let's go on to the next topic. And I know we just talked about Tory Lanez in the last video, but some stuff has just went down, and allegedly Hulu is adding an episode to their Impact series about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. See, when you guys get upset that we're providing updates, let's be very clear. Everybody is using this story for a click and a view, even Hulu. Now, allegedly, and according to Hulu, this episode, it'll be episode 11, will cover Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion's trial. Now, I do anticipate they're going to cover not only Megan's testimony, but some of the scandals that came out of the testimony, right? They're probably going to include Kylie Jenner. And this story is pretty much so salacious that it's going to make for great TV. Now, people aren't too happy about this, and people feel that Hulu and other platforms are using Megan's trauma to make money. Now, while I understand that sentiment, nobody had a fuss when Megan named her album Traumazine, and she's been making money off this situation as well, allegedly, in my opinion. Now, look, you guys, I don't know. Will you guys be watching this series? I mean, what more do we need to know about this trial? Most of us have already sat through it and looked at the evidence. So this is going to be very interesting, but I wanted your guys' thoughts on this because obviously this story is never ending. And I know we said leave it in 2022, but the money is talking in 2023. I'm just saying. Now, speaking of Tory Lanez, you guys, Tory Lanez has also hired yet another attorney, and it's the infamous Jose Baez. Most of you guys know Jose from his representation of Casey Anthony in 2011. He was also famously known for representing Aaron Hernandez in a double homicide. You guys remember Aaron Hernandez was a football player that unfortunately took his life. He also got him acquitted of a double murder. So Jose Baez is a well-rounded attorney. And you guys know what? I'm just not understanding why Tory Lanez didn't hire this team prior to that verdict. So I guess now we're in a place to just see what happens. All right, you guys, let's go on to the next topic, which is none other than the beautiful Lori Harvey coming out to address some misconceptions that social media has about her. Yes, you guys know Lori Harvey is the it girl, and people are always talking about who she's dating or who she's talking to. Now, something about this interview that she sat down with the Real Talk host Adrian, she talked about the fact that people believed she dated Diddy and his son, and she came out to say that this is not true. Go ahead and check out this clip.
About you in the press, but I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before.
No.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true. And I've even heard that I'm a lesbian at one point. So, you know, there's been a lot of different things. A lot of stories, a lot of misconceptions.
Does it entertain you?
Oh, I think they're hilarious. I love the stories. They're very entertaining. I will give them that.
Yeah.
Very entertaining, but I just let it roll off my shoulder.
I love that.
Look, you guys, Lori Harvey is definitely a hot commodity, right? She's always seen with people that were wondering, is she dating? Is she talking? Is she really the female GOAT of dating most recently in this 20th century? But at the same time, it's also like, okay, you guys, is Lori really moving the way that we think she is? Or is that perception that way because of how she's moving on social media, right? And I do think it goes to show you that a lot of us don't know what's happening with these stars. Some people haven't even met before and we're putting them in relationships. Yes, it's the blog's fault, but we gotta talk about it, right? Because she is a hot commodity. So you guys will let me know what you think about it down below. And do you believe Lori Harvey when she said she did not date Diddy and his son? Lord have mercy, child. I heard different, allegedly. All right, you guys, let's go to the next topic, which is none other than the Queen of Rap, Nicki Minaj, receiving 4 nominations for the iHeart Awards. Now, you guys know the iHeart Awards are a great representation of music over the year of 2022. And it does seem that Nicki Minaj is pretty much the only female rapper that's really being given that true tea. And let's not forget Doja Cat. So Nicki Minaj was basically nominated for 4 categories: Best Lyrics, Super Freaky Girl, TikTok Bop of the Year, Favorite Use of a Sample, and Best Fan Army, who are the Barbs, of course. Now, Barbs, we cannot lose this one. So I need everybody to make sure that you guys are voting. So I will be leaving a link down below so you guys know how you're supposed to vote and also where to click the link. Now, you guys know this is fan voted. So Nicki Minaj definitely deserves to win all these categories. But remember, Barbs, she cannot do it without your help. So let's go ahead and make sure that Nicki Minaj is getting those votes. I will leave a link down below so you guys can vote for her. All right, you guys, before we wrap up this video, as promised, I wanted to give a shout out to a Black-owned business that I think is really cool and that you guys should check it out. Now, the brand is called Athena Co. Now, I could be wrong. If I said it wrong, I do apologize. This business is ran and also owned by a man that goes by Dante, who is a former stylist. Now, when I went on this website, you guys, the purses were not only fly, but they're also in a good enough budget to make people think you spent something on a Birkin, but it's really not the Birkin money. Now, I also see that they offer Zelle and different types of payment options. So if you can't come up with that $300 right away, you can always split your payments up. The website is very clean. It's very user friendly. It also has this ability for you to shop looks, so you can actually plan out your look along with your handbag. Now, I'm going to be putting their link down in the comments, and you guys need to make sure you tell them Black Tea Blog sent you. Now, I'm not going to get any affiliation with this or anything like that. In 2023, I just want to shout out Black businesses who I feel are really giving back to the community. I want to know what you guys think about these topics. What do you think about them? Did I get anything wrong? And let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. I love you guys so much and always, and we'll talk very soon. Bye, guys.